NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. They'll get this to about the 38. Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First play's a run with Nwangu. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run now for Nwangu. And some room to maneuver. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a give running right, Nwangu. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 14-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, Nwangu. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Handoff right side, Nwangu. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. For the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass is caught for a first, but he's looking for more. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And this time he is in. Kene Nwangu, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
These two teams all tied after one. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus Jones. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. He'll look to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play,
and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick your yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 11. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Handoff here to Nwangu. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On the give is Nwangu. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And look at this, another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Rams are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 3. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on third and goal? Looking to throw. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now Jones. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Nwangwu. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Nwangwu. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the run is Nwangwu. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Rams have got it back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now back to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
2nd and 6. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Nwangu. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Nwangu. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Now on first down. It's a Patriots sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carry the legs.
Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Over the mid. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Jones throwing on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to... Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Akers back-to-back catches. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Room here to run. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdote.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Give left side here for Nwangu. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Wow. 240 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second down, here's Nwangu. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory. But that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the attitude they have because they don't see it happen very often. Not even sure how to handle it.
And you see some stunned faces heading for the exits here in New England. So for the Rams, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for New England, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.